Hello, gentlemen. The code is Monkfish. It's 6:32 here in Boston. We're going to do things a little differently. It's the opening of the game. It's round one for Japan. We're basically just coming into Hunan. We're going to attack those two men with one artillery and three infantry from Kwangsi, as well as one artillery and three infantry from Kangxi. So we're also bringing two attacks and one fighter for Manchuria. They're going to go 1, 2, 3 and land in Kwangsi. We're going to take Chahar uncontested with one artillery and two infantry from Jahal. And we're going to take Anhui uncontested with three infantry, one artillery from Shangtung, one of three infantry from Kang Su, and one mech from Manchuria. So we only have one combat, and then everything else is non-combat. So let's go ahead and hang this and get started. Again, Monkfish is the code. And let's see here. We can zoom this in a little bit more. There we go. All right, so let's get started. In total, we're going to have 4 at 1, 4 at 1, 4 at 2s, a fighter, and a couple attacks. So 4 at 1, there's 2, 3, 4, 4 at 2, there's 1 hit. 1 hit so far. We have a fighter at 3 or less. There's 2 hits. That's all we needed. You got to defend for 2, and you defended for 1. So I lose 1 infantry, which leaves 3, 5 infantry, and 2 artillery in Hunan. We're going to land a fighter. I'm going to go ahead and put a chip under this, save some space. I'm going to land a fighter and 2 tacks in Kwangsi. There we go. All right, now we're going to take the artillery and 2 of 3 infantry from Kang Su down to Kang Si. So there's 3 units there. There's also a fighter and attack there. They're going to fly directly to Siam. There's a fighter in Formosa. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to Siam as well. We have 2 strap bombers in Japan. They're going to Siam. We have cruiser in 20 that's going 1, 2 to share C-Zone 37 with the British. 2 subs, 3 destroyers, 2 carriers, 1 battleship is going down to C-Zone 36. One of those fighters that was on that in C-Zone 6 on one of those carriers is going 1, 2, 3, 4, landing in Kangxi on the ground. Okay, so that's going to leave an empty space here, and that empty space is going to be occupied by the fighter in Korea. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's going to land on the carrier. We have fighter in Okinawa. That's also coming down to Kangxi. We have a fighter in Manchuria that's going to go to Japan, and now we have 2 tactical bombers that are going to fly to Kangxi from Japan as well. In addition to that, there's a lot of stuff here. Oh, I love magnets, boy, let me tell you. Anyway, let's make some more room here. There we go. Okay, now we have a transport in C-Zone 19. That's going to grab an infantry from Okinawa and an artillery from Manchuria, and it's going to drop them off in Kangxi. We have, so that's 1 transport coming into C-Zone 36. We have a transport in C-Zone 6 that's coming down as well, and that's going to bring 1 infantry and 1 artillery. So I'm just going to go ahead and put chips under both of those. So that's going to be 2 infantry, 2 artillery in Kwangsi. Drop that chip and save. All right, there we go. So that's what the story is there. We have a transport in C-Zone 20 that's moving up to C-Zone 6. We have 4 infantry in Korea. They're going to Manchuria. 4 infantry in Manchuria are going to Johal. The transport that just came up from Seazone 20 is taking an infantry and a tank to Korea. We have a cruiser and a battleship that are going down to the Caroline Islands. The carrier and the destroyer that were already there are staying there. We're then going to place a minor factory in Kangsu, Shanghai, and 2 transports in Seazone 6. That's it for Japan, nice and easy. So let's do a troop count. We have 3 fighters, 3 AA guns, 1 artillery, 4 infantry in Japan, 3 transports in Seazone 6. Korea, a tank and an infantry. Manchuria, 6 infantry and an AA gun. Johal, 4 infantry. Chaha, 2 infantry and 1 artillery. Anhui, 1 mech, 1 artillery, 4 infantry. Shanghai has a newly placed factory. Kangxi, 2 infantry, 1 artillery. Hunan, 5 infantry, 2 artillery. Guangxi, 2 infantry, 2 artillery, 3 fighters, 4 tactical bombers. Siam, 2 infantry, 2 strats, 2 fighters, 1 tactical bomber. 37 is a cruiser. Seazone 36, 2 subs, 3 destroyers, 2 transports, 2 carriers, 2 fighters, 2 tanks, 1 battleship. Seazone 33, a battleship, a cruiser, a destroyer, 2 infantry on Caroline, and an AA gun. There's also a fighter and a tank on board. That's it for Japan. So 6 minutes and 52 seconds.